Jak and Daxter. No doubt an outright, straight up PlayStation iconic duo. Let's get into how good my boy Jak is and how strong he is. Now, the first thing we have to understand about Jak is that his power mainly draws from Eco being the life system or life force that revolves around his universe. Red being strength, blue being speed, stuff like that. There's a missing element in this chart, but we're going to get to that later. Now, how he uses Eco in the first game was he had to go through these Eco ports, and it was able to insert itself into Jak's body, sometimes multiplying or even tripling his strength, which applied the same multiplier to his speed, allow him to shoot out projectiles and regenerate. That's about all we can say for the first game. I mean, there isn't much to it. The first game was kind of meant to be a platformer. It wasn't really meant to have, super much combat, but the second game changes all of that, trust me.
Today's the big day, Jak. I hope you are prepared for whatever happens.
You cannot hide from me, boy!
Do something, Jak!
Anybody else think it's weird that Kira expects Jak, a mute who's never shown any combat ability, to fight that monster? Anyway, so the missing element from earlier is Dark Eco. Now, in the beginning of Jak 2, Jak is thrown through a time portal where he is ultimately kidnapped by the Red Baron, where he is then pumped full of Dark Eco for 2 years straight, which allows him to unlock the Dark Form. Now, the Dark Form is the most prominent and most used transformation in the entire Jak series. This is also the middle point of the story, so now this is where we can fully and firmly start our calculations. Now, with the Dark Form, Jak is able to do some crazy things like create shockwaves, which can destroy entire buildings and put craters in the floor. He's also able to turn into a giant form, which increases his size by 3 times to deal more damage, triple his durability, and double his speed. He's also able to turn invisible, as we see in the preceding Jak 3. So all in all, he has a lot more arsenal when it comes to combat in this dark form. Now, the question you may be asking yourself next is, what about the guns in Jak? Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good guns and a nice arsenal he has in the game, but they don't really help out with the overall statistics and the overall calculations. Anybody could shoot a gun and then they'll be much powerful. It's a gun. That's what it's supposed to do, right? But we can speak to how Jak is able to have constant dodging and durability of these bullets, where we see him dodging lasers, we see him jumping out the way of explosions, we see him outrunning falling buildings. Jak has a pretty impressive resume of feats and durability, including him literally taking hits from the Metalhead leader and still surviving, right? So we have to give props for that too. Moving on though, we're going to start into Jak 3. Now, Jak 3 is where we fully see the abilities and powers of Jak come together, where he unlocks his light form, which is, you guessed it, from the life form of Eco. Not only does he get a nice outfit adjustment, he starts to have that dog in him, he also gets an insane new set of arsenal skills. That being the fact that he can make light shields, he can heal himself, he can fly, he's even able to slow down time. The separation doesn't just stop there though. In this game, we see Jak having to fly to the center of the earth, where we see him taking temperatures of 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit and surviving pressure of 52 million. Now, this is an insane durability feat. Just to show you how big it is, the titanium, pure titanium Triton 3600 is the only machine in existence that is able to go to Earth's depths. So this means that his durability is that of a pure titanium robot. So while he may not be dealing out as much damage as we would think, his durability is off the charts. Now, the next question I'm going to ask is where I have him. I have to place him in city level based on everything that I described, but his durability and different is, I'll have to say, planetary. You can survive the Earth's core, the temperature, and the durability that puts you up there. Now, that doesn't mean that it can be made for him to be higher. At the max, I can see an argument, though, for a country, but aside from that, it isn't enough. Yes, he can stop down time. Yes, he can shoot projectiles and heal himself, but the opponents he was facing, I guess, just didn't test that as much as you would like one to be tested when it comes to, really reviewing his abilities. But that's my take on Jak. If you disagree or agree, let me know what you guys think. We can talk about it, chop it up. Thanks for visiting. It's been real. I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.